guys always say if you need, and my trail's over there, just don't go anywhere you're not supposed to go. That's pretty much the one big rule. Also, take a lot of pictures. Fenway loves to get her picture taken. However, we will ask that you take pictures when we are stopped and when I am talking. I am very much accustomed to people not paying attention to what I have to say. So you can take pictures while I am talking, not while we are on the move. Now, raise some hands. Who is here for the very, very first time? Good bunch of you. Okay, very nice. Now, we got a lot of first timers here in Fenway. Welcome to America's oldest ballpark, built in 1912. We opened up 5 days after the sinking of the Titanic. Now, just to give you guys a little bit of context on how old this place really is. 114 years old. Now, before we get started into everything, do want to introduce myself. Let's not be strangers. We are going to be together for the next hour or so. My name is Jaime. I am not from Boston. I am born and raised in a tiny little island called Puerto Rico. However, lifelong Red Sox fan. Best thing my father ever did to me does not give me an option on what baseball team to support. Now, anybody here want to yell out kind of what baseball teams they like or where they're coming from?
Twins.
Twins.
Detroit.
Detroit. St. Louis. What? Oh, okay. Red Sox fans, local fans.
LA Dodgers.
LA Dodgers. Toronto Blue Jays. Cincinnati. Nationals. Okay, cool. We got a little bit. Anybody going? I know you guys are going to the game later. Anybody else going to the game later? Oh well, I think we're a bit confused. You guys are going to the Red Sox game. Anybody here going to the World Cup game later? Just you guys? Okay, pretty cool. Yeah, absolutely amazing. It is a really fun time to be in Boston because of the World Cup. Now, do want to get into everything. So if you've been to any other ballpark, you know that most ballparks are built away from the city. They're in a big parking lot and they're very symmetrical. What does that mean? What's on the left is what's on the right. We clearly have no idea what symmetry means in this ballpark. We got some very weird and quirky dimensions and a very intimate setting. 37,535 seats, 2,000 standing room. Now, not a big number. Only the Guardians and the Marlins have less seating than we do. However, for 8.5 acres of land, which is what we sit on, an 84,000 square foot playing surface, smallest in all of baseball, 37,000 people is a really big number. So it does really add to the atmosphere here in Fenway. Now, if you were to sit in the front row behind home plate over there, you're sitting closer to the batter than the pitcher is. You're right in the middle of the game. Now, another really cool spot where you can be very close to a player is out in center field. You guys see that like garage door gate out there in center field? So that is a bar on Lansdowne Street called Bleacher Bar. If you do not have tickets for the game, you can show up early to that bar, get some tabletop seats. You're right behind the center field. It's a pretty cool spot to watch the game without actually buying a ticket to the game. Now, Yankee center fielders usually hate that bar. There's always crazy Red Sox fans yelling obscenities at them from the inside. It is a pretty fun time in there. Very little foul territory here in Fenway. Pitchers absolutely hate that about the ballpark. Ball that would be an out in most ballparks is heads out onto the stands. Now, we can kind of get into the dimensions themselves. Everybody look at that yellow right field foul pole right across from us. That is the shortest distance for a home run in all of baseball, 302 feet. It was originally 297 when we built the ballpark in 1912. Then Major League Baseball came up with a rule. No home run can be less than 300 feet. Somebody came in overnight, painted over 297, wrote 302. The foul pole never moved an inch. So just don't tell Major League Baseball about that one. It is still 297 feet, we just say it's 302 feet. Now, the wall that runs to its left, that little corner where it says LL Bean, where the red seats end over there, that is the shortest wall in all of baseball, 3 feet tall. Gives any right fielder out there a little bit of an advantage, maybe rob some home runs. Our right fielder, William Abreu, he's constantly falling out onto the fence. I know he's trying to catch a baseball over there. Now, dead center field, it says 420 feet over there, dead center field. That is the longest distance for a home run in all of baseball. Deepest center field in baseball. Few other teams have it at 420, but nobody has it any farther than that. Now, of course, left field, we have our most iconic feature, our green monster wall. 37 feet and 2 inches tall. Now, Just adds a little bit of character, a little bit of personality to the ballpark. Big fly ball that might not be a home run in another ballpark will be a home run here in Fenway, but a sharp hit line drive that could be a home run in a different ballpark wouldn't be one here in Fenway. So again, just a little bit of character, a little bit of personality. Now, do want to talk to you guys about where you are sitting right now. These are the oldest seats in all of baseball. They are the only wooden seats in all of baseball. These are from 1934. If you look underneath your seats, you'll find 1934 cup holders. There are no cup holders, it's the ground. Now, we do get people coming in with ticket stubs from the 1930s and 1940s saying, this is where my great-grandparents sat. See their first game here in Fenway. Can we go sit in that seat? It's always a pretty cool, nice moment. We try and accommodate that for them. This is just a real point of connection for generations of great Red Sox fans. The field itself is a point of connection for generations of great baseball players. Our pitcher's mound, only active mound in all of baseball that Babe Ruth last pitched off of. 1961, we had an all-star game here with an outfield consisting of Hank Aaron, Willie Mays, and Roberto Clemente. So just an absolutely star-studded cast of ball players that have been inside of this ballpark all the way to today. Shohei Ohtani, Aaron Judge, Mike Trout, Mookie Betts, all these big names in baseball. Now, I do want to direct our attention all the way up there where it says Fenway Park. You guys see those red and blue banners up there? Mm-hmm. Red banners are, of course, the years that we won the World Series. The blue banners are, of course, the years that we let another team win the World Series. We won the first ever World Series between the American and National League in 1903. We were actually the first dynasty in all of baseball. We won 5 of the first 15 seasons in Major League Baseball. And then we decided that since we won so much in those first 15 years, we were gonna let everybody else win for 86 years. Not a good idea on our part. 86 years kind of haunted over the city, the fact that Boston Red Sox fans born and died without watching their beloved team win a World Series. Thankfully, in the 21st century, I was born and started winning again. 2004, 2007, 2013, and 2018. We are the team with the most World Series in the 21st century, so we do have that to brag about. Turn of the century, kind of our thing. One in 1918, one in 2018. We just hope we don't have to wait another 86 years to see the next one, right? Now, with that being said, before we head on out, move to our next stop, we're gonna go to the most sought after and coveted seats in all of baseball. Those green monster seats up there. Anybody have any questions by any chance? No, people are pretty nice to Bill Buckner these days. You know, after 2004, everybody kind of forgot about it. Those of you that are kind of confused, Bill Buckner, Red Sox first baseman, 1986 World Series. We were an out away from winning the World Series. Sadly, the ball went right by his legs. We then ended up losing to the Mets. But yeah, Bill Buckner, people, he still comes over here. He still comes back, and people always give him a big round of applause. Everybody really likes Bill Buckner. He's a good guy.
Where'd the name Fenway come from?
Where did the name Fenway come from? That's a good question. So fen is an old English term deriving of swamp and marshland. So this is a kind of an ugly part of Boston back in the day. People think this area of Boston is called like that because of the ballpark. It's the other way around. We were able to look at it and say we're going to build America's most beloved ballpark right there, and it kind of worked out for us. It has a lot to do with the construction of the ballpark because Lansdowne Street behind this green monster wall is about 8 feet taller than home plate. So whenever it would start raining, all the water and the mud would start trickling down onto the field. So they built up a big wooden wall. It wasn't until 1934 where they put a big steel sheet on it, painted it green, officially becoming the Green Monster Wall. But yeah, that's where the name comes from. Somebody else had their hands? In 2004, the Cardinals. We beat the Cardinals. He clearly knew the answer. Yes. Just being mean to our Cardinals fans here. I like the Cardinals. The bird on the bat. Best logo in baseball, I would say. But yeah, we beat them in 2004, 2013 as well. But they beat us 1946, 1967. So we're tied with them. But pretty cool. Cardinals, very historic team. Now, we are going to head up to those green monster seats. So you're just going to follow me up